Hey guys, today I'm going to be unboxing the Master Grade Providence Gundam. So I have to say a big thank you to MindFenix Hobby Store as always for sending me this kit to share with you guys. Here we have a new Master Grade kit, which is always nice. It's always great to get new Master Grades, and we've got actually more than we've got in the past couple years. It's been super slow, but we've been getting them at a relatively better pace as of late, so that's good. We've had a few really nice ones out over the past few months, and this one also looks really nice. First of all, it's got some really amazing box art. The Providence Gundam is probably one of my favorite designs from Gundam Seed. So I was really super excited when this was first announced, but on the other hand, I don't know. I'm not sure about this kit. It definitely looks better than the 1/100 scale version, but this one, in my opinion, I think is almost too detailed in some areas. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think it's just the color that the kit is molded in is just not exactly the right color gray. I think in my personal opinion, that just kind of takes away from the look of it. So anyway, here on the front, this is the right color gray. I think this gray color looks good, but the plastic color, as far as everything I've seen online, doesn't actually look like that color. That's like just kind of like barely off-white color, just a really light gray. The plastic color seems to be a little bit more like blue. Anyway, so really cool box art here. I love that it's just in like this just like symmetrical, intimidating pose there. It's a cool break from like the normal just like big action pose or something like that, which is cool, but this is just nice because it's something different. I love like even here, just like the artwork, you can see like just this like just faint light emitting like from the vents and stuff, just like out of these little areas. You can just see like lights from inside the frame just like shining through. So really awesome box art here. Here on the bottom and the top, just the same thing there, just Providence Gundam. MG here on the side, Zaft mobile suit. We got front view, rear view. Yeah, all that. Body, hand parts. It's gonna have just swappable fingers for the hand options, so instead of articulated hands. I like that. I'm perfectly fine with that. Weaponry. It's got a whole bunch. It's got all the dragoons. It's got that huge rifle, the shield, and the huge beam saber effect part for that. Just showing off some gimmicks with that. Feet, dragoons, obviously got a whole bunch of those, and then some more information here. We got a pilot figure, standing and seated pilot figure for this, and then the markings. So this is going to have a bunch of sticker markings, unfortunately no water slides. We'll get back to that, we'll talk about that more later. And yeah, here just dragoons, head, effect parts. This does come with a few effect parts, not a lot, but it does have a few, so that's better than nothing, I think. And just more details about the backpack, the shield, all that fun stuff on here. Here's what the kit is going to look like, exactly how it's going to look straight out of the box. It is coming with a stand as well, so that's nice. So just straight out of the box, of course, it's going to be looking pretty nice with the stickers and everything applied on there. It is a Master Grade after all. So 5,000 yen for this one. So yeah, I decided to go with this one rather than the premium edition, for reasons that I will probably just save for the review. In this video, let's just talk about just the unboxing, shall we? So first bag here, got a multicolor runner there, a runner I suppose, and there's our stickers. A couple of dry transfers looks like as well. Frame, I know this kit does use some of the frame of the Freedom Gundam 2.0, which is interesting. So that's why you're seeing some of these parts like here. Obviously you can really recognize some of those parts from the 2.0 Freedom. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit more like bluish gray color, so don't really think that's quite the right color, but of course you can always paint it. There's those clear effect parts, there's the base, weapon parts there, huge parts for the backpack, some more armor parts, and some more armor parts. Alright, so let's get into the runner, or sorry, the manual. Manual here, just box art on the front. On the back, just a nice big reference image here, what the kit should look like when it's all painted. Yeah, the yellows, yeah, I don't know, but just the colors that they're showing this in just don't really look all that good to me. So I think definitely tweaking the colors a little bit is going to help quite a lot with the look of this. The red is a little bit too dark red. The yellow is just not really the right, I think that is just not really the right color yellow for my personal taste either. The blue, I would like to lighten up the blue a little bit, and then take the blue out of that gray, just make that gray just a neutral light gray color. But alright, anyway, that's just me. So MS Tracks in CE, here's just a CG image there with some more text. An unending future, that text is very small and very long, so it's kind of impossible for me to get that in the frame there well enough for you guys. But here we have the painting guide, so there's that. So you can see, like, for example, the yellow there is yellow, and then with a little bit of olive drab and a little bit of neutral gray. So I think that would look better without the olive drab and gray if it was just plain yellow, or I would probably use a character yellow just because I really love character yellow. Rula Cruce there, figure, got the painting guide for that, the seated and the standing figure. And then a little quick tip there to just do some panel lining on that. Then just more images here, some more details about the kit. I'm sure that's probably all in the Gundam Wiki, so you can read that there if you want. Stuff about the weaponry and the pilot there as well, and a little bit about Mula Flaga. I guess that's kind of like, I don't remember, it's supposed to be like his counterpart or something? I forget, from Seed. Anyway, they are related in some way, but I don't remember. I'm sure most of you guys have probably seen Seed, so you probably know better than me. I just can't remember at the moment. So we got a whole bunch more stuff here. I'll give you a look at this. This is about the development of the Dragoon system, apparently. Let's see if you can read that. A Forbidden Power Unleashed by Zaft. Yeah, there's some other Gundams there. The Justice, which we are going to be having out very soon. The Freedom and the Providence. So we're going to have nice new master grades of all of those out very shortly. Dragoon system, the Providence Gundam's weapons, and then we're starting on the build. So we're going to be starting off. Here's our runners. Parts list here. All new stuff, looks like. Probably until we get to the I and the J runners. You can see here on runner I and runner J, a lot of X's there because it looks like those two are probably the runners that are reused from the Freedom Gundam. And interestingly, it looks like from the Freedom Gundam 2.0, I believe those are parts for the rifle, which are actually going to be used in this case. So that's pretty interesting that they were able to repurpose parts from the Freedom's beam rifle to use, I guess, on this Gundam's rifle as well. I'd assume that's probably where they're going on the rifle. But that's pretty interesting. We'll see here in the manual in just a few moments. So starting off, obviously going to be building the torso first. So just going through all of that, and then onto the head. Really cool head design for this Gundam. But again, in this case, I actually think the old 1/100 scale kit, the head was a little bit better looking in terms of its proportions of everything. But I don't know, we'll have to see. Then moving on to the arms, finishing up the upper body, then onto the waist. Building up the waist, all of that. Then onto the legs. Skipping over the middle page here. Finishing up the legs. I think did I skip a page? No, I didn't. Just finishing up the legs, the lower body there. Final assembly of the Dragoons on the side skirts. Then onto the backpack. Backpack doesn't look all that complicated. Just mostly two huge pieces with a handful of pieces sandwiched in between there. Those like thruster units that stick out of the bottom, which look like they're not going to be able to be articulated at all. Just kind of disappointing. Alright, all of that. Finishing up with the Dragoons going around on the backpack. Then on to the other weapons. So here we go, you can see. So these are the parts from the Freedom Gundam's beam rifle, and those are actually used like in the inside of the front of this new rifle. So that's very resourceful of Bandai to repurpose those parts like that. Alright, then finishing that up, then onto the shield. Just some huge parts for that, obviously, and then the beam effect part for that. Then the base, relatively simple there. Looks like, yeah, same kind of mechanism with the Freedom Gundam 2.0. The arm kind of slides apart like that to give you more articulation in the elbow, and then the whole chest part slides to give you more articulation there at the shoulder. So yeah, that's the Freedom 2.0 frame is obviously a really, really great frame, so it's nice that they were able to use parts of that for this. And here's just how to apply the effect parts, and then finally where all these sticker markings are going to be going on the kit if you use them. Let's get a look at the runners. Alright, so first up is our foil stickers. Not a lot of them here. Obviously it looks like just mostly for the eyes, and then cameras. I guess eyes, cameras on the head, cameras on the rifle, and then camera on the shield, I believe. And then we've got the sticker marking sheets. So a lot of stickers on here. Some ZAF stickers, some logos, some lining, and then a whole bunch of just like standard caution markings, things like that. If you want the water slides, you'd think, oh, you'd have to get the premium edition for the water slides. Nope, not even the premium edition has the water slides. You have to get the P Bandai expansion set to get the water slides. So, but don't worry, Bandai was kind enough to give us this tiny little sheet of dry transfer decals. What? Also, look at these silly markings for the Dragoon system, where the Dragoon is spelled out like next to this lightning bolt, where it's like Dragoon, like that. Looks kind of silly. Alright, so here we've got runner A, and yeah, pretty ugly colors on here. Not really to my personal liking. This yellow is a bit too green, a little bit too much green in that yellow. Red's a little bit too dark, blue's a little bit too dark. Just for my personal taste here. A really huge beam effect part there at the top though. That's for sure, which looks pretty nice just in standard kind of clear pink for that. The runner markings for these new runners anyway are going to be MG 1100 Providence Gundam. Then we got a really huge runner here for runner B. You got parts for the head, the standing pilot figure, parts for the shield, parts for the sides of the legs, the front skirts, and backpack. I think not the backpack, but like the back of the torso. Anyway, it looks like maybe, or back skirt maybe. Yeah, back skirt I think. Anyway, yep, whole bunch of big, huge gray armor parts here. Then runner C, obviously the large parts for the backpack. So there's like the front and back half, and then the two like lower kind of thruster sections on the backpack. So a lot of really great detail here. Obviously not a lot of part separation, but the details are all there. Runner D, here's more armor. Looks like mostly for the arms and legs, because then we do have two of this D runner here. So a lot of nicely detailed armor parts there. And then runner E, the last of this light gray color, we've got all parts for making some dragoons on here. And so we do have two of this E runner as well. Then we've got runner F1, which is another really, really huge runner. This is a whole bunch of the new inner frame parts. So these are the frame parts that are new specifically for this kit, whereas much of the rest of the frame is reused from the Freedom Gundam 2.0. Then we also have the runner F2, which is a copy of this half of the runner here. Then we got runner G, which is just in a really dark gray, but even this also has a little tiny hint of blue in it, so it's not just perfectly dark gray. But obviously mostly parts for the beam rifle, for the huge beam rifle, but a couple parts here for the chest, and then a couple parts there for the head as well. And here we've got runner H1. So these are for the tube parts that go around the torso section. And obviously, as you can tell, this is a floppy, loose, soft plastic. And this is just awful. Who would want this? And it's so hard to paint. And it's so hard to clean up the mold lines going on the side of this. Even just the nubs are going to be hard. You can't sand this or this soft rubber. What the heck are you supposed to do with this? Why would Bandai make this? I mean, if they made this hard plastic, how would that inhibit the articulation at all? Like, what's the point of even making this in soft plastic? I hate this. But, excuse me, and then moving on, H2 is just our clear parts. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different effect parts for the Dragoons on the backpack, and then some clear parts here for the weapons and for the head as well, just in plain clear. Alright, now we get into the inner frame runners from the Freedom Gundam 2.0. Here's runner I. There's some hand parts, the beam rifle parts, and a whole bunch of inner frame stuff from the 2.0 Freedom. And then the rest of those parts is here on the J runner, so another big dark brownish gray colored runner here, more inner frame parts from the Master Grade Freedom Gundam 2.0, and we do have two of this J runner. And last but not least, BA2, base number 2. This is just a kind of standard pack-in 1/100 scale base that Bandai gives every now and then. So, yep, that's it. So that's it for unboxing the Master Grade Providence Gundam. So this one has been a long time coming. Like I said, I'm a fan of the Providence Gundam. There's things about this kit that I like, and a few things I'm not really too big on, but we'll have to see. Got to get it snapped up, and that'll be the ultimate test. So I'll be snapping this up. You guys have probably already seen, at this point, you've probably already seen some live video, either on YouTube or on my Facebook page, of me snapping this. But I'll have the review coming up for you guys after this. Thanks for watching, and if you have any other questions or comments, leave those down below. Bye, guys.